Hello, hello, hello. Hope you all are doing well. Yes, this is it's from Fire Red and Leaf Green, but yes, it's from Red, Blue, Yellow. It's from Gen 1, so well spotted. This is the Mount Moon music. Might be in other caves as well, but it's advertised as Mount Moon in this playlist. We haven't quite unlocked the Pokemon Emerald, Gen 3 soundtrack. We're working on it. We're working on it. Do I have any news? Any news before we get started? I am doing maintenance on the wheel. We can kind of talk about that as we get going. I don't think there's really anything too crazy to address right now, so let's just get Emerald up and running and try and beat Team Aqua, I think is what we're up to. If memory serves. No, I want you actually full screen, please. Thank you. Yes, yes, praise be the wheel. Let's see. Oh gosh, I'm not sure. Hold on. I gotta test something with the audio. Stand by. You know what? We're switching over here for a minute. Sorry, this is important. I have to fix stuff that I broke earlier. Turn this back on quick. Okay, if I do that. There we go, do that. Okay, alright. And then I can turn the... Well, you can keep listening to that, I suppose. Why am I breaking stuff? It's all I'm good for. I'm telling you. If you think I had any value beyond that, I'm sorry. You are so sorely mistaken. Okay. Here we go. We're in game. We're here. Exactly what Wreck-It Ralph would say. No one's ever called me Wreck-It Ralph. I was called Breaker Boy for a while, growing up, because I would always take screwdrivers to things to dissect them to see how they work. And back then, I did not put them back together. I should say I rarely put them back together. These days I do. These days I can fix it. I've got two... I'm double fisting. I've got some wine that's starting to go... just not as fresh. So I'm trying to power through that. And then I have a... We'll call it a modified Manhattan. Using the Welsh whiskey, which basically means I'm using Scotch and a Manhattan. And if you don't approve of that, that's fine. Buy your own booze and do what you like with it. Also, I think I showed this on the Discord. Look what I found! It's the Cheater's Guide to Eternal Duel of Souls. So, if and when we go back to that, we can actually... It has passwords for all of the cards, so we may just sit down and give myself one of everything. Because why? I mean, I have the guidebook, and I'm not punished for it, so might as well. We may get to see Cyberstein Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon yet. Would it be sacrilege to do a whiskey and coke with scotch? I mean, I think a lot of people would disapprove of that. I have once had Lefroy and scotch, and that was actually quite nice. The peatiness of it did weird things to the Coca-Cola. So, you know, if it's your bottle that you bought, do as you please. If you order it at a restaurant, don't be surprised if you get bullied. That would be my advice. If you have to go to a restaurant where you have to wear a tie, maybe don't. Maybe don't. Is it Dawn Fan we're still missing from the Hoendex? It is. Okay. So, like I say, I am trying to make the wheel, you know, work for you the best that it can, and work for me the best that it can. So I've gone and made some additional tweaks to it, adjusted some weightings, put some things back on, took some things back off. It's all very complicated. I think because I am committed to not spending money much for the rest of the year, I will not put an option on there that makes you buy me a game, or sorry, that makes me purchase a game. We're not gonna do that. Got a bottle of Uigadel. Gesundheit. I'm not familiar with that spirit. But yeah, if you don't love it, and you think it could be better enjoyed by being doctored somewhat, I say go for it. I don't think there's any reason for us to help Watson in this playthrough, truth be told. I mean, I think all we get from it is, like, a Thunderbolt TM, or maybe Shockwave, or, you know, we get some TM from him. I don't think this is necessary to drive the plot, but I'll remember he's here in case we get stuck. We don't have anybody that can fly, so we're hoofing it. What else do I know? Yeah, let me look at the, oh dear. That was strange. There we go. Ignoring your comments? I'm sorry. Have I watched any more My Hero Academia? No. I'm sorry. That wasn't me avoiding not admitting to not seeing it. It is simply... I forgot. And then I saw Czar's comments and not yours, so... Mea culpa. Tell you what. I will commit to using the elliptical after stream tonight and watching at least one more episode of My Hero Academia. You heard it here. I'm committing to exercise on stream. There's something deeply wrong with me. Oh, I've got 2 Chikoritas, huh? Interesting. You also asked if I'll marry the folks in Stardew. Oh, I forgot to ask the wife what her plan was for that. Shoot. I will text her tonight. She's working late, so she'll have time to think about these things. I forgot about that. I am sorry. She will have much time to ponder, to muse and peruse her options. Oh, hey, we got Latias. Latias is fun. We like Latias. It's not something that I'm going to prioritize, but I will mention it, okay? So, my goal is to beat the game. My goal is to win. Ooh, Articuno. One of my faves. In addition to winning, I want to, do the little gym challenges. I know. My goal in playing this game is to win. Shocking, I know. I want to win. There's post-game content, alright? That exists in the form of fighting Mr. Steven Stone in Meteor Falls. That also exists in Pokemon Emerald. If you can believe it, this mod is fully compatible with the Battle Frontier. I have little to no desire to take on the Battle Frontier. I've never beaten it normally. I don't think I stand much of a chance of beating it random. But we could certainly give it a go. I think what'll happen is once I beat this game will go on the wheel on the kind of low, I don't really want to do it priority. It's on the same priority tier as things like Metroid. I did add some chaos to the wheel, which will probably delight you. I added an option. I added 2 chaos options. Maybe even 3, depending on how you want to look at it. Well, Evo will be a bit, because we do this, and then we're playing Mega Man Battle Network because I want to play it. And then we play this again, and then we play Evo. And then when we play Evo, we get to spin the wheel again. So I've added 3 chaos options to the wheel. Chaos option the first is... Well, the first 2 chaos options are those ancillary lists. So there's like a sub 1% chance that we roll the not on the wheel list, and then we get to spin a second wheel. And likewise, there's a sub 1% chance we spin the not on the wheel list, and we get to roll that. And then there is the, I have also added a chaos option, which is, any viable game on the Retro Achievements website. So that could be any game I own, or any homebrew or hack that I could conceivably play. So I've added that for a little bit of spice. And I'm trying to figure out the right balance. I mean, we've only used the wheel a handful of times. I'm not... Here's the thing. I want it balanced such that games I'm interested in playing really do just have a much higher chance of being spun on the wheel. But, you know, if I'm wheeling, there is always a chance that we're going to play games that I don't really want to play. And I accept that, but I do want the chance of those games to be rather low. And so that's what I'm kind of trying to tweak with the weights. I could go really wild with it and make just everything I don't want to do a sub 1% chance. That's not fun for you. So yeah, I'm trying to figure that out. And then yeah, Evo, I mean, we when we last played Evo, I'm probably gonna have to watch a recording of what we did last time, but last time we played, I'm pretty sure we became a mammal. So I don't know if we even get horns anymore. I know there are plenty of mammals with horns, but I don't know what the game will permit us to have, so... You know, that might be... You might not get horns. Not even a single horn. Let alone dual horns. You'll get no horns. But I don't know. We will just have to see. Oh yeah, let's save here. I think we just saved. I'm really paranoid. I am aware that this is an area where I could potentially get soft locked. And I don't want that, obviously, so... Aye, aye, aye! Suspicious character spotted! That's me. Any Dawn fan? No. Latias again. Orson's a Charizard. That's pretty good. What else do I know? Oh yeah, I watched some films. I'll have to put my thoughts on them down in the Discord. I do think we want to... Yeah, I am a suspicious character for sure. We don't, strictly speaking, need the Master Ball this game, but, like, we want to get it, right? We should always want the Master Ball, surely. I don't know. How mad would you be if I skipped the Master Ball? Let's ask it in that manner. You would not be upset. Okay. Here's the only argument for getting the Master Ball. If we find a shiny, it guarantees we catch it. Capped less. That's not a sentence. I don't know what you're saying. No, we don't want to go this way. We'll go this way. Yeah, we'll have Orson join us for this next fight. We like Orson. Orson's great. Which do you think is cooler? Team Aqua's uniform or Team Magma's? I think Team Aqua's? I don't know, like, Team Magma's has this, like, weird hooded cape thing. That's fine if you're into that. I just don't think I am. Team Aqua's got stripes, and stripes are cool. More people should wear stripes. Or other fun patterns. Team Magma's got the cooler outfit? I'm sorry. Aquarius is confused. No! We're gonna have to swap you out. Oh, no, we don't get to swap you out. You're just dead. You are simply dead. Does Vileplume know any moves? Probably not. Oh, it does know Razor Leaf somehow. Okay, you're on the case. I missed. What else can I tell you about the state of the wheel? That's the thing you care about most, I'm sure. Right now, the only PC games that are on the wheel proper are Lords of Magic, which is the one I think Zara is most invested in us seeing through the end of that campaign that we started. And then once we finish that campaign, I'm going to say that we're probably just done with that game as an experience, unless mitigating circumstances occur. Only a capitalist wants things he doesn't need in regards to the Master Ball. Embrace socialism, reject Master Ball. Sure. We'll go with that, but we're gonna raise an eyebrow. Be like, okay, sure. The other PC game we do have on the wheel proper is Roller Coaster Tycoon, because that's just one of my favorite games ever, so even though it's kind of a pain in the butt to run, it does at least run on Mac OS under OpenRCT, so we can have it on there. That's fine by me. I did add some PC games to the absent from the absent list. Oh, that's what I should do. Okay. Okay. I'm just going to make that change now before I forget. What I'm going to do is I'm going to nest this. So we've got Wheel 1. Wheel 2 has the absent from the wheel list, which I don't think will be weighted, but it will include the absent from the absent selections. And so then we get to the secret forbidden C tier. So that's like, that's got to be like a 0.05% chance to get that far. Absent from the absent from the wheel. So on the absent from the absent, I'll just go through what's on there now, because it may have changed since I shared on Discord. I've got Resident Evil 1 on there, not because I don't want to play it, but because I am kind of trying to save it for potential October stuff. Hey, don't save here, idiot. You'll soft lock yourself. I've got Takeshi's Challenge on there because that game is painful and I have no interest in playing it. I played it once. We didn't win, but that's not a game that you win. It laughs at you for trying to win. I've got Castlevania on there. I'm making Square mad? I'm making Square sad. No, I don't think Square's too sad about not playing Takeshi's Challenge. Look, they are classic evil criminal mastermind from Saturday Morning Cartoon. They have a hideout with a big neon sign that says, "This is the hideout," okay? But it's very secret. You don't go there. Don't worry about it. It's fine. We've got Castlevania on there. I think I was saying that. That game is very difficult. I wouldn't be entirely opposed to revisiting it for achievements, but there's not a lot of value in doing that, so it's low on the list. Real Fishing is on there. Again, I kind of saved that for Minnesota Opener, so not a lot of interest in me doing that. Praise Helix. Cassette Beasts is on there. I would like to play that game and beat it, but it's a PC game that doesn't run on Mac OS. We would have to start a new game because the PC I played on it kicked the bucket and I did not back up the saves appropriately, so it's pretty low on the list. Most PC games that aren't Lords of Magic or Roller Coaster Tycoon games are on this list, I'm sorry to say. Age of Empires is on that list. It was a fine game. We enjoyed committing arson, but, you know, we are currently committed to Lords of Magic, so perhaps when we beat the Lords of Magic campaign, we can reprioritize Age of Empires? Maybe? We might reprioritize something else. Other games are on this list, as we will discuss. Yakuza 0's on there. I mean, we did... I don't know, we played it once. It's a good game. I have some interest in playing more of it, but... You know, I gotta drag the PC down. It all comes down to, is it a PC game? Pokemon Ruby's on here, actually. Like a vanilla playthrough of Ruby. We're playing this right now. So, you know, we don't need another mainline Pokemon game on there, I don't think. Same with, like, mainline Pokemon Emerald, and... Oh, I'm gonna add as well... Pokemon Emerald Too Many Types is on the absent from the absent list, because we're doing this right now. So we don't really have an interest in doing that. We're also, you know, keep in mind, we still have Fire Red on the main list, because I want to get all the achievements in that and get that badge. So we are technically kind of double fisting, or dual wielding, depending on how you would prefer me to explain that. I don't remember who it was. It might have been the wife. I said, yeah, I'm double fisting this. And whoever it was like, don't describe it that way. I'm like, alright, fair enough. Blue Rescue Team, we're about to start a Pokemon Rescue Team campaign soon. So we don't need two. Dark Duel Stories, we're currently playing Eternal Duelist Soul, and Dark Duel Stories plays mechanically more similarly to Forbidden Memories, which we are less than 10 followers away from getting. So, if you want to see me suffer with jank Yu-Gi-Oh games that don't follow Yu-Gi-Oh rules, you know, we're close. You could probably bribe 6 people to follow us, to expedite that, should you desire. GTA 3 for achievements. I have some interest in doing that, but not a ton, so it goes on the absent from the absent list. And then 2 other PC games are there. Stronghold, which we will actually sit down and play in August. Probably close to August 13th. And then The Sims. The Sims is not impossible to get running on modern Windows, but it is difficult. And so I have it... I mean, it's a PC game. It's a pain in the butt. Things that are a pain in the butt go on this list. Although I haven't checked. I haven't looked into it, but I'll tell you what. Yeah, I'm on that list as well. I'm definitely on the absent from the absent on the wheel list. I haven't looked into it, but Eclipse, if you want to, if it turns out that it actually runs just fine on macOS under Steam, I could, I mean, here's the thing, I don't own it on Steam, so, you know, that would mean someone would have to buy it for me. But if it runs fine on macOS, I would be willing to bump it up a notch onto the simply absent from the wheel list rather than the absent from the absent list. You think with the re-release it's fine? Okay. We will do some light investigation into that. I'm not doing a fabulous job of fighting here, I will admit. There was a good, you know, I had been using the quote, you know, it's a poor carpenter that blames their tools. I think I used that a couple of streams ago. But I shared that, like, pastiche of carpentry YouTube videos on Discord. And if you didn't watch it, that's fine, but there was a good line in it that was like, it's a poor carpenter that blames their tools. But I'm a very wealthy carpenter, and I can tell you that this tool is a piece of trash. And that made me giggle. That was fun. They did roast my duck. It's very sad. It's very sad indeed. I think we'll still win. I don't think we'll wipe quite yet, but we are getting a little concerningly close to doing so. I will say. Oh, you had a super potion, you jerk. Team Aqua, you jerk. Coach Z, you jerk. No, the submarine escaped. Sad times. Alright, look at this. We skipped the Master Ball. I don't know the last time... I don't know that I've ever skipped the Master Ball in this hideout. This is a new experience for me. How do I feel? Feels wrong. Feels dirty. But we're going to allow it. Empty inside a little. A little. A slight sense of ennui. Have I watched any good animes? Yeah, I suppose. It's the new anime season. So I watched first episodes of a couple of anime. They were okay. They were just fine. I finished the one... It's called, like, the observation log of the villainess or whatever. I think season 1 of that just wrapped up. Sorry, I should say I'm almost done with season 1 of that. I've got one episode left that wasn't available dubbed on Crunchyroll quite yet. But that's coming. That's soon to be done. And that's been fun. I won't call it a great anime by any means, but it's been fun. We watched... What did we watch? We watched 3 of the first episodes of the new season. One was basically... It was weird. I don't think we're gonna watch more of it, but it was like this girl is imbued with a lot of magic power, and so much so that she could probably save the world with it. But she doesn't want to save the world. She wants to be a maid. And so she's gonna be the best gosh darn maid that she can be. And that's seems to be the premise of the show. It's goofy and chill. It's up someone's alley. I might finish it just because it's not bad enough for me not to finish it, but it's definitely not one I would have sought out. There's another one. That's like, what's it called? From like overlooked to overpowered. It's kind of an isekai situation. A mage has no aptitude for magic, and he works all his life to get good at magic, and he dies, and he's reborn. And when he's reborn, he's retained all of his magic that he learned in his prior life. So now he's starting off with quite the advantage. Seems okay. Might turn bad. You know, it might have bad, like, you know, I'm overpowered and nothing can stop me. There have been certainly a number of animes like that. The highlight was definitely, I don't know what it's called, but we'll call it the Dragon Cat anime, where there's this dragon, its mom dies, and so it's raised by these, like, magic cat creatures, and so the dragon thinks it's a cat. It learns it's not a cat, but it still decides it's going to protect all the cats of the forest, and it'll destroy any human who dares mess with the cats. 10 out of 10. Great concept. That's fun. Honestly, the first episode is wrapped up in such a nice bow. You could just watch that and not watch any of the rest of it, call it a one-shot, and be done with it. It's like, I don't know what they're gonna do with it from here on. But, yeah, it maybe watch the first episode and just call it a one-shot. That's my advice. You know what we should do? I don't want to. I killed the Whopper. No, it evolved. It evolved into, I mean, we can't see it now, but it evolved into Quagsire. We didn't kill it. Oh yes, Dr. Stone is finished. It is done for this season. I have not finished it yet. So yes, we need to arrange for a time to finish it. Honestly, we might be able to finish it over 4th of July weekend. I can bring an HDMI cable with me, and I can throw it on my laptop, and everything will be hunky-dory. If we want to go that route. I mean, there will come a time, I'm sure, over the 4th of July weekend where we won't want to talk to people. Now, let's see. If memory serves, I think there's actually some shenanigans at the Space Center we have to contend with in Emerald. I don't think there was in Ruby and Sapphire. I don't think the Space Center served any practical purpose. And maybe I'm misremembering the order of events. Maybe the Space Center shenanigans don't happen until... Hey, it's Scott. Oh yeah, I'm called Sammy, aren't I? Because we used a random name generator. Might as well save. We are no longer, I think, in fear of being soft-locked. I don't think we're in fear of being soft-locked in general. We do have a fishing rod, right? We do, right? Yeah, we have got the old rod, and the good rod even, so... I don't think we have to worry about it. Sammy, have you read that proclamation lately? Team Magma is coming after the rocket fuel on this island. I don't know what they need it for, but they can't be allowed to take it. I'll keep an eye on things. In the meantime, why don't you go check out the town? Okay, so this'll kick off Oh, Sunstone. Sick. I guess if I get a Sunkern in my party, I might just use it on it, because I don't know. I can't tell if we've had a Sunflora. Yeah, give me a Super Rod. Why not? Thanks, friend. What are the things that are, like, less elusive? Things that are just absent. Things that have, like, a less than 1% chance, but we are more realistic for us to play on stream. Let's talk about those. Spyro 2, Ripto's Rage. I would really like to play that game and 100% it and get another Spyro badge on my achievements wall. I've gotten feedback that y'all are Spyro'd out, so that's why I've put it low on the list. Though if we do roll it, we will go hard on Spyro. I'm just letting you know. But the chances of that happening are quite slim. Beyond the Beyond, I know Square really wants us to get back to that game, and I empathize with that. It will require a restart. That is so daunting. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. So, it goes on that list. Overblood. I have some interest in replaying it for achievements, but that requires a restart as well. Also, it's probably more appropriate for Halloween, October spooky month, so maybe it should even go on the absent from the absent list. I will consider that. Scarlet wants me to remind her. Sorry, Scarlet wishes to remind me I need to watch Red vs. Blue. Ugh! She's not wrong. I don't disagree. I did agree to watch some Red vs. Blue, I believe in exchange for a follow, which she gave willingly. So that's fair. That's fair. How far did we get? Did we finish Season 2? I think we finished Season 2. I want to say we finished Season 2. I hope someone was keeping track. We finished 2. Okay. No, that's fair. I mean, I could watch it on my own, but, you know, we watched the first 2 with some audience ability to participate, so I don't know. I will tell you what. I'll add it to the absent list as like a Discord exclusive. RVB Season 3. There we go. Now the chance is slim, but not zero, that I might land on that. Let's... I mean, it's clear to me, but let's just clarify. Let's see. Discord only. We've got some PS1 games that I would like to check out on that list. We've got Battle Arena Toshinden, we've got Tomb Raider, we've got Akuji the Heartless, we've got Pac-Man World, we've got Gran Turismo 1 on there. We've got PS1 Monopoly, which I think I threatened at one point. We've got Frogger, PS1 Frogger. We've got Cuphead on there. We've got Pac-Man, the arcade game, on there. Got Tiny Toons Adventures for the Game Boy. We've got Ghosts and Goblins. She's fine if I watch 3 through 5 by myself. Interesting. Interesting, interesting. Interesting, interesting. Okay. Then tell you what I'll do. I'm gonna add it to the main list as just like a, this is something you need to do. If it lands on it, that's my trigger that's like, okay, you gotta watch a season. And then once we get to complete season 5, we can add it back on as a thing. Let's see, where am I adding it on the wheel? How high of a priority? We'll put it with this tier. Chat makes me watch a thing. Is what I'm gonna call it. Chat makes me watch a thing. And we will... I'm not going to remember that. Here's what's going to happen. I've put chat makes me watch a thing on the wheel. So when we land on that, you if you're present, you get to remind me, watch season 3 of Red vs. Blue. If you're not here, I might get forced to watch something else. And then we respin to see what game we actually play. Yeah. I like that. That seems like a fine strategy. I think we're going to lose here. We have 2 poison... Well, we have a bug, a rock, and a snake. And Birdo doesn't have any attack moves. Yeah, we're not doing so hot here, actually. We saved recently. So no, we're not dealing with this. Save scumming, not only allowed, encouraged in certain situations. So yeah, once we finish season 4, you know, if you're there, you can say, hey, there's a mini-series you need to watch, because I'm not going to remember that. There's no... I promise you I won't remember that. And not out of malice. I don't know what I don't know, is basically what it is. I don't think I need this knowledge, but Scarlet disagrees. What else do we have on the absent list? Pac-Man Arcade. It's a lot of games that we haven't, like, that we have no achievement progress in, is basically what the list is. Most of the games that we have achievement progress in are either in the main wheel or are in the I don't want to touch it wheel. Mario Golf is on there. Square really wants us to play Mario Golf. Unfortunately, the good Mario Golf is on the N64, and I don't have that one, so Game Boy Color it will have to be. Prince of Persia: Sands of Time, we played that on stream once, like a bajillion years ago. Super Mario 64 is on there. Link to the Past has been moved to there. Lego Star Wars is on there. Dogs with a Z for Game Boy Advance. The Virtual Pet Simulator, that's on there. That's about it. Yeah, the only... You know what? Do I really want Ghosts and Goblins on that list? Yeah, I do. I do. I want it because I want it in my played games history on the achievements site, and then once we play it once, it will move down to the crap list of things I just don't want to touch. But, you know, if the fates conspire, they conspire. Oh, a fighting-type Pokemon in the Psychic Gym, eh? That's really good. You're taking your niece Pokemon card shopping? Best of luck finding cards. I know that since Target has started slashing packages open so they're not sealed when you buy them, I think that's helped a little bit with the scalping situation. And I hope that's the case for you. Fleet Farm got cleared out. Yeah, I know who's responsible for that. I have a friend visiting from out of town, and they've been hitting Fleet Farm every day since they got here. So that's their fault. But they'll be out of town again on Monday. Yeah, don't be... Yeah. You know, just buy what you need, you know? And look, I do empathize, because where they are, they simply cannot get any... Like, the scalping situation is much worse where they're from. So I get it. I do. If they lived here, I'd be a little more annoyed. But this is like, well, I'm visiting, so I might as well. It's like, okay, fine. Fine. It's fine. What else do I know? Not a lot. Not a lot. I don't know. I'll have to, like I say, keep playing with the wheel. I gotta keep certain percentages high and certain ones low. And that's it. My Pokemon are... oh, they're looking okay. Orson might need to sit this one out, honestly. We'll switch Woof in. Oh! I realized there's something we probably should do. We should probably go into the ice cave and grab the... either shells or the salt, depending on where the tide is. I don't know that we're ever gonna play... such that... we're ever really going to be able to get... oh, Miltank with rollout. Everybody look out. You're going down. I don't know that we're ever going to get the Shell Bell, necessarily. But it's a universal held item that's always good, regardless of what type you are. And that's good in this randomizer, so... yeah, I think we want to try and get it, if we can. Oh man, Aquarius missed rollout. This isn't how Miltank with rollout's supposed to go. It's supposed to become Death, Destroyer of Worlds. Knock it out. Yay! Good job, Miltank. You did your job. No, not Woof. Who are we sending in? We're probably sending in Birdo. Aquarius, no! Guess we'll send in Bradman? I don't know. Okay. Let's leave this gym let's heal up and let's go to that cave, because it's a good idea. And then we can just come back and check another time. Realistically, if I understand how this game works, I think every 6 hours the tide changes. So we might have to, you know, play during the earlier afternoon one of these days on a weekend. And then we can get the opposite item. So if it's the, you know, if it's the shells now, we could get the salt earlier, or vice versa. I think that's how it works. So you've got 2 kind of opportunities each day to get whichever one you're missing. Okay, we are getting the... I don't know which one is which, for which tide, but hey, we're getting something. Aquarius, no. Switch to you. What's the level cap here again? I know I ask this quite frequently. 42. Okay. Yeah, we're not in danger of that. Oh. You've confused me, then I'm gonna run away from you. I'm not even gonna try. So yeah, this is the guy bringing me some shoal salt and shoal shells. I think salt is what we get today on account of the low tide. Not positive. Sfeel. I like Sfeel. He's a cute little guy. He is friend-shaped for sure. But he's an ice Pokemon and I'm a dragon. Ooh. I think he's actually going to knock me out this turn. Oh, unless I paralyze him. Unless I paralyze him. No. Yeah, he wins. Darn it. I guess we'll switch to you. None here. Okay. Mock! Mock, 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 mock. Oh, and Grimer. We have a level 36 Blaziken! That's the level Blaziken gets born at when it evolves. That sentence makes sense. Nuts to you if you think it doesn't. It's a legal Blaziken, our first, I believe. Let's see, what's down here? Nothing good, apparently. Okay, the little blue thing, I think that's the shell, which obviously we can't get to. Are we winning yet? No. We're getting distracted. We're taking a side quest that nobody asked for, but I think it's a good idea. Oh, hey, you know what I just remembered? The stream title told me to tell me fun facts about that small town in England, and nobody's told me a single fun fact. Nobody's even told me a boring fact, so I'm very disappointed. I hit the random article button on Wikipedia, and that's where it brought me. But I didn't read it, so I need you to tell me all about it. That's the rule. That's the contract we have. There is likely at least one cow. That is fun. I appreciate knowing that. Mantike. Or Mantine, perhaps. A lot of Johto Pokemon here. I don't remember. It's in the stream title. It's like Königsberg or Königsby or something. It's in Britain. Pretty sure. It looks like a British town name. I didn't even read that far into the article. Congrabury. Oh, that's... Yeah, no. I don't know anything about it. But that's why I rely on you to tell me things. Goodbye, Spheal. Oh, there's nothing there. We wasted everyone's time, including mine. Alright, that's one salt. Good. We need 3 more salt. Xatu. Xatu's gonna go down because this is an ice Pokemon. This is fine though. I mean, there is an ice Elite Four leader here, isn't there? What's her name? Glacia, perhaps? In Red, Blue, Yellow, it would have been Lorelei. And then in Johto, it would have been Price, the Ice Gym Leader. And then Diamond and Pearl has Candace? Or Candice? If you prefer. Alright, how we doing? Any Dawn fans sneak in yet? Nope, sure hasn't. Oh no, we don't have double kick. Why did you forget double kick? That would have been the most useful move. No Fanfy. We're checking for Fanfy, because I think at this point, if we gave one a rare candy, it would evolve to Donphan. And then we would at least have the Hoendex done, and we would just be waiting for random Johto or Kanto Pokemon. Which we have no way of knowing, realistically, if we've, you know, got all those. Maybe when we get to post-game, we will unlock a National Dex where we can tell these things, but for now we sure can't. Shoal Salt. Okie dokie, who can learn Strength? A fainted Scizor can learn Strength. Yes, it can. Leaf Blade is such a good animation in this game. Which it should be. I think it has the best animation of any move that a starter can learn. That's my opinion. Ooh, now we're in the ice dungeon. Okay. Now there's no salt in here. All that we gain from being here are items. And I don't know that any of these items are necessarily good. Like, we probably get the Never Melt Ice, but how good is that if we can't guarantee an ice Pokemon or ice moves, right? We'll still go through it, just for completion's sake, I suppose. This is the only room in the game, I believe, where you can catch Snorunt. And Snorunt's a cutie. Oh, Celebi, you're 4 times weak to ice. We don't want to see you right now. Use Ancient Power. Hope it works. It did. Good. Good. Actually, that's not true. I think you're Grass Psychic, even though I think you should be Grass Flying. Starmie, you don't know a Psychic move. I think the end point today will probably be defeating the twins, unless we get absolutely riggedy-wrecked by them, which is Very possible. But that's kind of the loose plan. Is once we're done with this cave, we'll go back to the twins until we win. Or until we get thoroughly humiliated. Whichever comes first. How do we get there? Like that, apparently. Hail. Yeah, that's not very good to us either. We should at least hang out here until we find a snow runt, right? That's the whole reason this part of the cave exists. It's the whole reason, as far as I can tell, besides berries, that the clock function exists. So we may as well... And we could use the levels. Like, if we're not here at least showing off Snowrunt, then we're here... Well, then we're fighting trainers, which arguably is better. You know, they give money, which can be used to buy items, and items are generally considered to be a good thing. Yeah, screw it. Sorry, folks. I decided I didn't want to deal with it. Rage if you must. And I recognize that I'm mostly ADHD noise for a large percentage of the people who tune in regularly. And that's fine. Which means I'm left to my own devices. And that's okay. We'll still make it work. Do we want the ladder or the cave door? I think we want the cave door? I don't know. Kingler? Have we had Kingler before? I have no idea. I have not a darn idea. On the subject of the wheel, because I know it's come up in the past, if there's something that you want a little more explicitly on the wheel, now keep in mind, we do have a wheel option that is any viable retro achievements game. So there is always, you know, that sub 1% chance that we roll from my entire catalog of possible games. But if that's not good enough for you, is Dead by Daylight on the wheel? No, it's not. Do you want Dead by... Well, you do. You do want... You... So I put out a poll. And it was anonymous, but I am perfectly okay with outing Eclipse on this. I put out a poll that said, hey, tell me about how the channel's going. What you think. Specifically about Crispy playing multiplayer games with people. And I put, as a joke, as a lark, as a tee-hee-ha-ha, an option that's like, hey, so how often should Crispy play multiplayer games with other people? And the only one who said that's actually what you should do exclusively, you should stop doing single-player content, was Eclipse. I will out you on that. So yeah, you would like that on the wheel. Alright. I'll tell you what. I mean, I do tend to... It's Entrapment. I mean, I did ask them about it. Like, it kind of was a meme selection, but I asked Eclipse about it, and they're like, no, I genuinely would prefer... Like, I genuinely prefer watching streamers who play multiplayer, so if you pivoted to full multiplayer, I would be all for it. So, you know, is it Entrapment? I don't know. They meant it sincerely. Okay. I'm going to add Dead by Daylight. Do I trust Eclipse? That's a complicated question. There's like, I don't think there's a good way to answer that. I will add... You did also acknowledge that I probably wouldn't agree to that, and suggested a slightly less frequent multiplayer experience. This is true. I will add Dead by Daylight in the absent from the wheel tier. I will add it to the same tier as Cuphead and games that we played before we started doing retro achievement integration. It's in that tier. So it's still less than a 1% chance that I'll roll it. But I could. And I think, you know, we will probably continue the tradition if you and your cohorts are open to it. Come spooky month, come October, we probably will play a round regardless. I think I was watching some VODs, and it seems that at some point I did promise you... Well, I was watching the VOD of the first DBD, and I did that all on my own. And at some point during that, I promised that I would play, like, on stream with you, which I did the following year, so I don't know if that's fulfillment of the promise or if you wanted a more one-on-one situation. I don't know, but I only skimmed through that content. DBD is 10 years old. Does that make it retro? I mean, it probably means that, I don't know, it's games as a service. Like, they're still supporting it for the original platforms it came out on, so, you know, it's not dead. But yeah, it is old, right? There are people out there with thoughts and opinions who are less old than that game. And that's strange. I mean, there are people older than Pokemon Emerald who can, or younger than Pokemon Emerald, rather, who can drink, vote, rent a car at this point, probably. We're getting pretty close to it. Time only exists to make you specifically feel old and decrepit. I grab that? I don't think I did. So I can grab that, and then I can get out of this cave. Because that'll be 4 salts. And then, because we entered in after 6 p.m. Central, we just need to remember, somehow, to come back between the hours of, like, noon and 6 one of these days to grab the other components. We can grab that item. What other game? SpongeBob SquarePants movie GBA's on the absent list. Yu-Gi-Oh! Dungeon Dice Monsters is on the absent list. It would be higher, I think, but we do have an active Yu-Gi-Oh! Game and an incoming Yu-Gi-Oh! Game. So we're gonna rank it pretty low. Yeah. We got stuff. We have no shortage of games to play. Let's just say that. Realistically, I probably don't need to buy another video game for... I mean, for streaming purposes, we could easily go for another decade, at least, and I'd never have to buy another game. And that's just games that have retro achievements, right? So, but, you know, I'm always looking to expand the game collection and do something new, so probably what will happen is I'm not going to buy any games for the rest of the year. I've spent a lot of money this year on stupid stuff, some of which was video games, some of which was other stuff. And, you know, come 2027, we'll spend money again. Is it the age of my video games that makes me decrepit and not, like, my other centuries-old possessions? Well, you know, they weren't making me feel particularly decrepit yet, but now that you mention it, yes. Having 100-year-old typewriters and coins and recorded music, you know, makes me feel a little ancient, perhaps. I don't think my taste in music makes me feel decrepit. Well, if you were to ask my mother, I was an old man, at age 3. If you ask my mother, I was also smarter than my father at age 3. And that's not so much... I mean, it speaks a little complimentarily of me, but it mostly speaks poorly of my father. Yeah, low bar. Exactly. My father was not a smart man. If he were a smarter man, he would still be walking this mortal plane to this day. We'll just say that. I don't own anything particularly ancient. Well, that's not true. That's not true. I do have one ancient Roman, Greek coin. I don't know exactly when it dates from. I want to say it's from the 300s Whether that's 300 AD or BC, I could not tell you. But I have one ancient coin. Ancients, I don't have a lot of interest in. If somebody were to gift me them, I would certainly take good care of them. Oh, yeah, I guess the oldest things I have are fossils. Those are, what, several million years old? Sure. Yes. Those are the oldest things I own. I suppose that is true. Why not ancients? I don't know. I mean, my main goal is to get all the coins from my birth year. I'm old, but I'm not that old. The other considering factor is that I grew up... I was kind of steered towards and became very interested in US coinage. A, I live there, and B, I was provided literature on the subject. And so, I just became really knowledgeable about US coins. And so that's where my interests kind of bring me. I can appreciate people who are interested in ancient coins and the different emperors and the time period they represent, because having those is like a way to connect with history. It's just not what I look for. But, you know, no disrespect for people for whom that is what they look for. Don't I want to touch something someone 2,000 years ago touched? See, that's cool. That is super cool. I also, for better or for worse, you know, make your own determination on this. Most of the coins I buy these days are graded. They're coins that are entombed in plastic, and so, you know, I wouldn't be touching them directly anyways. I mean, if you wanted to get into ancients, like, it's not that bad. I mean, the Roman Empire was huge. And there's a lot of coins that they made over various periods, and some of them are very affordable. You know, it's only when you get into gold coins that things really get expensive. I mean, I'm sure there's some silver ones that command a premium, but they made a lot of copper back then. I think the one I have is some sort of copper or copper-silver amalgam. Do I have Spanish bullion? No. No. As far as bullion goes, I have American and Canadian. I've held European bullion. There's a coin which I don't know its denomination or its country of origin. I believe it's either Germany or Austria, but it's called the Maria Teresa coin. I have held one of those before. I don't own one, but I've seen them. I am familiar with them, and they were like a common like trade coin of silver. Yeah. So I'm familiar with those. I don't own one. I would be willing to probably buy one for the collection, maybe next year. Probably not this year. I was going to eat that mummy. By gods, this is an outrage! I was going to eat him. How many World Cup teams do I have coins for? Well, I don't know who's playing in the World Cup. But I'll tell you all of the countries that I am fairly positive I have coins off of memory, which means it will be an incomplete list. I've got the US. They're playing in the World Cup. Is Canada playing in the World Cup? I don't know, but I've got Canadian coins. The Britain is playing in the Cup, and I have British coins. Canada won today? Good for Canada. I have South African coins. I have coins from Afghanistan. I have coins from Chile. I have coins from Belize. I have coins from Brazil. I have coins from Argentina. I have coins from Colombia. I have coins from Panama. And I know Panama's playing. Rip South Africa. I have coins from the Soviet Union. I wonder if the Soviet Union is playing this time around. I have coins from Denmark. I have coins from Norway. I believe I have at least one coin from Sweden. I have coins from France. I have coins from Germany. I have coins from Switzerland. I have coins from Mexico. I have... What else do I have? I have coins from China. I believe I have coins from Japan. Does Uzbekistan count as the Soviet Union? Don't ask the Uzbekis that question. That gets, that gets hairy. I could do a knockout tournament where I decide which coin I like the most, one coin per country. It's interesting. Like the favorite coin of my collection. Do a bracket per country. The trouble is, that would mean I'd have to figure out what my favorite American coin is. Because I have a lot. There's also a lot I don't have, obviously. I don't know what my favorite American coin is. I don't know. Don't make me choose. What else do we have? I could exclude the USA? Okay. That would make it easier. I do have coins from Ireland as well. I have a coin from East Germany, back when that was a thing. I don't know how many coins I have of defunct countries. East Germany and Soviet Union are the two that I'm aware of. Palau, I have coins from Palau, certainly do. I already mentioned Afghanistan. I have coins from Jordan. I know I have coins from Jordan. When was the Afghan coin? That's a 1994 issue. So they're still called the, I think, Democratic Republic of Afghanistan during that time period, as opposed to what they are called now, which I'm hesitant to call them by that name, even though it's factually accurate. It shares a descriptor with a known organization that the U.S. has their eyes on, and I don't want to be put on a list, so we're not gonna. And if you do, I might delete your comment and might give you a warning. So just, you know, heads up. Well, this isn't an auspicious start, is it? 2 poison Pokemon. I've got 4 freaking poison Pokemon on my team. That's not good. I mean, we'll give it a shot, but I don't see any reality where we win this fight. What else do we got? Those are the countries I know off the top of my head. It's possible I have other countries. Oh, I have Italy. I have Italian coins. I have Greek coins. Modern Greek coins. Sounds like a me problem. Don't be rude. Don't be rude. It's the randomizer's fault that I'm failing. I have modern Greek. I've got Italian. I have, I have a coin from Bosnia / Herzo. I have a coin from Bosnia. I have bills from Yugoslavia. I do have a coin from Yugoslavia as well. I should have a map with pins for every country I have a coin of. That would be good. That would be great. That would be very smart. A digital map? I mean, I have a book that I kind of make check marks in. So I do have some means of checking these things. You don't know an attacking move. Oh boy. Alright, no, we're done. We're done here. This was a terrible roll in the randomizer. Let's try again. But this time, let's not suck so bad. I could have healed. Healing might have been smart, but I didn't do that. We'll see how much this bites me. Pelipper, you don't know an attacking move. Pelipper doesn't need an attacking move. I beg to differ. I strongly disagree. Alright, what do we got? We got nothing! Oh, boy. I mean, maybe Golem can do something. But it's not looking positive for us. You used Earthquake. You're gone. Man, no. Okay. We might need to go on a training montage. It's very possible. But we're going to try, let's say, 3 more times. You know, if we get bodied real bad 5 times in a row, then we know. Then we know. Could collect a coin for every World Cup host made in the year that they hosted. Well, if they did that, almost certainly, they made a commemorative coin. I don't know if the US made a FIFA commemorative coin this year, but they did back in 94. A lot of countries made commemorative coins in 94, regardless of their World Cup hosting. Although, perhaps it was determinant on their participation. Did Afghanistan participate in the World Cup in 1994? You tell me. Yes, I do have one of the 1994 US coins. They made 3. Technically, they made 6. I have one of those. Afghanistan is more of a cricket country. Interesting. Well, they definitely made a 1994 World Cup coin, I can tell you that. Because, for better or worse, you know, I'm kind of starting alphabetically in my non-US 1994 checklist. Well, that's partially true. I picked up a couple of odds and ends here and there. Canada and some other countries, but this year I really zeroed in on Afghanistan and learned what coins they had or didn't have. Afghanistan made some weird coins back in the 90s. Only major cricket country not of the British Empire. Interesting. I don't think we're winning this one either, guys. I don't think we're doing so hot. Okay, nope, that's 3. Okay. We get one more shot. After this shot, I should say. Yeah, the Russians had some trouble invading Afghanistan historically as well. So if we lose this one, we try one more time, and if we lose that one, we... I don't know. I could be bullied into doing more, but I am kind of leaning towards... This team is trash. We're doing one more. We might do some training, but I don't think we'll fight the gym leaders again. I think that's maybe where I'm leaning. If we were of a more decent level, we might have a better shot. It's just the way it is. Okay. No, we're gonna go train. We're gonna go on a montage. Yeah, it's time for the shonen anime arc. believe in the power of friendship. I don't think the power of friendship's actually going to be that helpful here. TBH. Are there Alexander the Great coins? Probably. I have to assume so. Ancients aren't my thing. If you talk to Cheat50, either in Twitch chat or more likely on Discord, they are a lot more in tune with ancient coins than I am, and can probably give you some better advice. But I have to assume so. I have to assume. I know, anime says the power of friendship should be enough. And maybe if I were an anime VTuber, maybe I could invoke the power of friendship. I'm a real human being. Power of friendship is not going to get me through this. I can guarantee ya. A flesh tuber, I am called. I surely hope that is not a real term that people use, and that you just made that up. Heart of the cards? Maybe Pot of Greed can help us. I don't think Pot of Greed can help us. The VTuber Iron Mouse uses that term. Okay. There's at least one other person that's used that term. That's unfortunate. I suggest that you cease using that term to slow its spread, because it gives me the ick. I don't like it. Alright, we'll get Aquarius to level 40, and then once they're level 40, we'll quit leading with them. That will help somewhat. Slacking? Alright, we might have to switch after all. They were briefly the top streamer on Twitch. Interesting, okay. Well, then there's nothing I can do. All I can do is suffer. I found a scroll. It's really good. Some VTuber watch-alongs for the World Cup. If you're saying that I host a VTuber style watch along for the World Cup, the issue with that is that I'm pretty sure I would have to invest either some amount of money, effort, or both into getting a VTuber model created. And that I don't think is in the books. I don't think the finances support doing that as a one-off hee-hee ha-ha. I could do a flesh tuber watch along. Yeah, I mean, I could. You're not wrong. I'm not eager to do that. That would... I mean, if I did... We would not do it on Twitch. Because... copyright being what it is, and FIFA certainly having the money to afford good lawyers, we would not want to put the World Cup on Twitch. We just would not. Watch alongside doesn't involve show match footage? So what? It's just... Sorry. It's just this. And I say, watch the cup on your screen and I'll talk about it. And then I would watch and say, all right, someone has to explain to me what just happened. There's a man with a flag and everyone's booing. Tell me what's happened. It's watch along, not watch me. Look, I don't think you know what you want. You're describing things that may or may not exist, and I don't think it's what the world needs. We'll switch into Bradman, though. That's what the world needs. Everyone loves the Bradman. He's a terrific athlete. Trevor Noah's watch-alongs? I could. You would likely not listen in. There we go. We have one person confirmed saying if I did that, they might bring the video up in solidarity, but they wouldn't be paying attention to it. That's the trick house. There was a little bit of experience in there. I think we're done with the trick house. Oh, did you guys see a... Oh, never mind, I found it. Alright, so what's this? Oh, okay, sure. Mechadol 1 am I? Okay, sure. One of these Pokemon does not use Leech Life. Ooh, I don't think Dustox knows Leech Life. The options were Dustox, Nincada, and Zubat. And I know Zubat does, and I was fairly confident Nincada did. Which of these Pokemon did Wally borrow from your father? He borrowed a Zigzagoon. I remember things that happened a long time ago. Sell one Great Ball and buy one potion. How much money remains? Well, a Great Ball... A Great Ball, I think, costs $1,200 and sells for $600. A potion... I don't know how much a potion costs. Can I cheat? It's up to you. Should I cheat or should I know how much a potion costs? If I were to guess, no cheating? I don't think a potion costs $600. But it might cost $540. Oh, disappointment! Error! He's upset. Do they ask me different questions? No, it's the same questions every time, so... It's a minor setback, for sure. Which of these Pokemon was chasing Professor Birch? Oh! Wait, no, it was a Poochyena! Or was it a Zigzagoon and Emerald? Oh, they changed it, didn't they? Boo. Boo on you. One of these Pokemon is not a water type. Azurill is not a water type. It is a normal type for some gosh dang reason. You borrowed a Zigzagoon. Okay. Potion Man. Which costs more? 3 Harbor Mails or 1 Burn Heal? I feel like 3 Harbor Mails. No? Oh, come on. I don't know how much things cost. Is this like The Price is Right? Yeah, except if you get the price wrong, you go back to the audience. Do 1 Repel and Soda Pop cost more than 1 Super Potion? They will cost more. No! No! One of these Pokemon is not found on Route 110. Well, it's probably Oddish. What? Where is Route 110? Where is Route 110? Seriously, where is Route 110? Oh, it's this bit. Okay. You can't find Tailo there. Okay. We've seen all of your questions, number 1. We've conquered you. A Zigzagoon was chasing you in Emerald, apparently. Okay. Now, what about you? I've seen all 3 of your questions. I previously said that 3 Harbor Mails cost more. So I'm going to say 1 Burn Heal. Okay, a Burn Heal costs more. In the trainer's school, how many girl students were there? I don't know. I don't think we've even entered the trainer's school this playthrough. We'll say 2. No? Well, you told me no cheating. I mean, I'm suffering. I just hope that you are too. Which one of these Pokemon did Team Aqua use in Petalburg? Probably Poochyena. We've conquered number 2. We know the Burn Heal costs more. Is my trainer? My trainer's not on a list, I promise. In Lava Ridge Town, are there more elderly men or elderly women? I think there's more elderly ladies. No? Okay. Okay. Just remember, we could have been done by now. This is your fault. Thankfully, we've gotten that burn heal question a couple times in a row. One girl student. Okay. Hey, we found the scroll. Alright, we don't have to get that a second time, so... You're the last guy. Mechadol 5. In Four Tree City, how many tree houses were there? I don't know. I'm gonna say 6. Oh, good. We earned a TM. And now I think the Trickmaster is done until we beat some more folks and get some more badges. Yep, okay. Aquarius needs healing. And I bet you this lady might want a rematch. Ah, she does. Sure, you can learn explosion instead of self-destruct. Why not? Explosion! Any fanfies on our team? No. Any of these guys like rematches? You might. You might. Apparently not. It's hard to remember who all likes a rematch. I know I've kind of predicted sometimes, like, oh, this trainer wants a rematch. Like, you don't. Don't think either of you do. don't think anybody on this lower road wants one. What we might do is we might traverse some of the ocean routes, because there are a number of trainers there that we know we haven't fought. I don't think Yanma can learn fly. Just, I don't feel like they can. Suicune. 2 Suicunes. We're spoiled. Any flying types? No. Alright, folks. I can feel myself petering out. Unfortunately. So we're just gonna have to come back to this shonen training montage another day. I know. I'm sorry. I can't keep going. The energy has been a little lackluster this last half of stream. I don't think I can keep going. So, here's the plan. When next we meet, 'twill be on the Mega Man Battle Network. That might be before the 4th yet. That remains to be seen. Afterwards, we come to this. Afterwards, we come to Evo. I think that's all I've got for you. Oh, it's not your fault. It's not your energy that's bad, it's mine. I'm the problem, it's me. So yeah, I'm going to rest, elliptical, sleep, all that jazz. You folks have a lovely rest of your weekend, and we'll see you another time. Oh, I have not scooped the children today, but let me tell you, they all got scooped a tremendous amount yesterday. So, they're fine. They are so fine. Alright.